Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. There are two things with the Evo 8 build that we have to figure out or accomplish before we start assembling the motor any further. Also, I feel like a freaking bum right now. I can't wait to get this motor done in the car and running so I can shave, and get a haircut because I feel like a freaking bum. And I look like a bum, but it's okay. So the first thing we have to do, or I want to do, is paint the block. She's pretty crusty up front, pretty crusty out back. So what we're gonna do is mask off the head gasket surface, flip it over, bolt on the oil pan, maybe mask off the oil pan because it's actually powder coated black, and spray some primer on here, spray some black paint on here. I'll show you guys what we're using. Hopefully it holds up. Actually, I know it will. I've used this paint before on other blocks. So we're gonna throw some high temp primer and then 500-degree engine enamel, both by Rust-Oleum. The primer is rated to 2000 degrees. Paint is rated to 500, so we should be good. I don't think a block will ever get to 500 degrees. I highly doubt it. All right, so while the block is drying off, while the paint is curing, we have to figure out the second issue. We need to remove these dowels out of our old block without destroying them. So when we had that block at the machine shop, they resurfaced the head gasket area and they had to pull those dowels out of that block to obviously resurface it. Somehow, without destroying these things, get these out of the block, and as soon as that block is dry, get them installed into that block. I'm gonna use a ton of heat. I think I'm gonna put a bolt down in there. That is just literally the perfect fit. Then we can vice grip it and hopefully wiggle them out of there. I think I found a little bit better of a trick. So I have this tap right here. It's a half -13 and I threaded that in to the alignment dowel. And then I heated it up around it, put some vice grips on the top right here, and just tapped up on it. That way we're not messing up the outside of the dowel whatsoever. So we have the whole block painted up. Turned out absolutely amazing. Literally looks brand new. So we let that cure for about 2 hours, and then we went ahead and put on the front case, the oil pump, the oil filter housing, this balance shaft, which we're not running a balance shaft belt. We just have the shaft in there and just floats around. That's how it was when I tore it apart, so that's how I'm gonna leave it. I know you can do a balance shaft delete. So yeah, got all that buttoned up. Right now I'm gonna flip it over, get the baffle on, get the oil pan on, get it all sealed up, and then we can move on to the cylinder head with the cams and all the timing components. We got the whole bottom end pretty much wrapped up. We got the oil pan on, and we just have it hand tight right now. That sealant has to dry for about an hour before we torque that oil pan down to spec. So as that sealant's drying, let's go ahead and throw on the cylinder head. We're just gonna clean off this gasket surface, get the head gasket on. Head gasket of choice is the same one we ran last time. Did not have any issues whatsoever. So this is a Cometic head gasket for an 87mm bore. There's the part number if you guys want that same head gasket. The head is in this bag. It's all wrapped up. We built that a while ago. So that thing is completely ready to just drop on and run. So we got the head gasket on, all the Arp head studs are in. These just go hand tight into the block. You don't torque these down into the block whatsoever. We're gonna torque the nut down onto the stud. Let's pull the head out of this bag, clean up that gasket surface, and we can slap it on the block. We got the head installed. We're gonna run through and torque down the head. With the Arp head studs, I believe they go to 80 foot-pounds as the final torque spec. So you'll go 20, 40, 60, 80. I'll have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure it goes 80 foot-pounds. And then we're gonna torque down the cam cap bolts, immediately flip over the motor, and we can torque down the oil pan. From there, all we have left is the timing stuff, water pump, valve cover, and we'll pretty much have a complete long block ready to drop in the car. Everything's all torqued down, guys. This thing's looking really, really complete now. So let's go ahead, slap on the water pump. We are already using this water pump, same water pump as last time. Not all that many miles on it, so let's throw that back on. And I made sure to get the proper water pump gasket the first time around this time. So this is a 2004 Mitsubishi Outlander water pump gasket and 2004 Mitsubishi Outlander water pump as well. It's the only one you can use on a 2.4 liter 4G64 Evo 8 build. So we just got it all timed up. There are 2 marks on the cam. Those go to the valve cover. You see all the yellow marks. Everything's marked yellow right now. And then oil pump goes to that little arrow. Crank, that cutout on the trigger wheel for the crank sensor goes to a little arrow back there. I just pulled the pin for the tensioner. Let's crank it over a few revolutions and make sure nothing binds up. If we're good there, we should be able to bolt on the timing covers, and we have these 2 little brackets right there, thermostat, and we will have a complete ready to drop in motor. Here she is, guys, pretty much all finished up. We still have to bolt on the valve cover and upper timing cover. I think I'm gonna go ahead and install the exhaust manifold in the turbo as well before we drop it in the car, but I'll save that for tomorrow. Either way, we have to let that sealant completely dry overnight before we put any oil in the engine. So I think that is gonna be a good stopping point for today. I love how this motor looks. All black with a blue valve cover, a few little JDC titanium pieces. Probably should get that oil off, but JDC cam sensor, heat shield, the titanium exhaust manifold hardware. We also run the titanium valve cover hardware. All that looks really nice when this thing's 100% finished up. If all goes as planned, tomorrow we should be able to get this thing back into the car and maybe get the first start up tomorrow. First things first, I do need to go pick up an oil filter, probably a few oil filters and new spark plugs. I don't have plugs here, so grab filters, plugs. I already have the oil. We're gonna be running the AMSOIL 30-weight braking oil, and we should be able to get this thing back in the car, get the first start up, and then we have to move on to break-in, provided we can get this thing fired up hopefully tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.